what's good, man? This is NBS Central. I am your host, Keo, man. And I got a special guest tonight, man. I got, the one, the only, one of the goats in the game, Dizaster. What's going on?
How you doing, big dog, man? Appreciate you for having me on.
Oh, no doubt, man. You could have been on any platform, man, but you chose NBS Central, so we definitely appreciate that.
You know it, man. We putting on.
So what the hell's going on? Chrome 23 comes out. We have Midnight Madness. We see Aver coming out with a league. Now we got you, Lush One, and Direct with
Yeah, we've been working on this for a
GTX.
long time too. We've been working for this on a long time. Like it's probably been like a year and a half, pretty much. So you know what I mean? Like it's kind of we seen people popped up with interviews out of nowhere, but you know what I'm saying? We've like kind of been doing this shit for a minute, and like more power to everybody. We just don't want people to think that we just kind of like jumping on this. It's just the timing seemed to be the same, all around. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. And all that shit's fire. Like, I think the Chrome 23 shit is fire. What they're doing for the ladies is crazy. You know what I mean? Averb got his own shit. Right now, Midnight Madness is popping. So it's all really good shit. It's just we've been working on this shit for a really long time. So it just happened to just all land at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
So when it comes to the name GTX, why the name GTX?
So yeah, a lot of people think it means grind time. It's definitely it's an acronym for a lot of things. It can be whatever you want it to be almost, but it's to capture the spirit of what we came from. You know what I'm saying? And it has a lot of other meanings. And I'll get to that too. But pretty much it's it's the people from that era, from that cloth, capturing the essence of what we came from and what we started from. Everybody in that era, like in the first event, you're gonna see Lush One hosting with the Delmont crew again. Plex Rocks and Ajax. And if you really been seeing this shit like from the beginning, like that's like the original hosting trio. Like that's the dream team right there. So we got them back, and we got Direct, we got Poison Pen, the whole entire thing. So I think and a lot of people are rocking with us. Everybody's rocking with us, man. Like everybody in the culture fuck with it, what we're doing, because they know it's we come from a kind of era that's a little bit more it seems like I don't want to say it's died out, but I feel like it's just battle rap has so many different outlets to it, and all of it's good. I think all of it should flourish, you know what I'm saying? And kind of what GTX is existing between that medium and just being that outlet that just like allows more creative spaces and talent and people that are probably not getting that shine, and just allowing people to just take more control over their craft and their intellectual property, and just tons of shit that just comes with being an artist, and just helping the battle rappers and kind of just get that type of insight that we didn't have. We had to learn the hard way. You know what I mean?
So just to be clear, when you guys made this announcement earlier today,
Right.
A lot of people assumed that you were bringing grind time back. So just to be clear, you're not bringing grind time back.
It's not that we're bringing grind time back. It's so the GT in it. It's the GT era, and just stands for a lot of shit. It can stand for GT if you want it to be. We're not saying it's grind time. You know what I'm saying? It could be God tier X, because that's another thing that I coined and created, was the God tier shit. GT is like the premium version of something. Like you look at a Mustang, a normal one, and then you got a GT. GT always is the more powerful. It's more muscle. You know what I'm saying? So like it stands for a lot of things. And it stands for, if you want it to stand for, the people that came from that cloth, from that era. You know what I'm saying?
Are you planning to bring anybody back in that era?
Yes.
Is there
It's pretty much an evolved version of that era. It's from the former makers of grind time, so it has the same entire spirit to it. It's just a different name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, the spirit's going to be the same. There's a lot of people that would otherwise didn't have that opportunity to showcase, where they're at right now, because as lyricists and battle rappers, I don't think we ever really truly retire or die out. people lose and they lack motivation at a certain point and become stagnant because of it. But, you know, in our opinion, you know, the precursor to just having a energetic, good performance at any fucking point in your career is just being motivated. So we know that supplying these battlers with excitement and motivation and things that they can look forward to, no matter if they stopped 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago, they could still be crazy because there's no age to this. It's not sports. Like a lot of
Yeah.
us like to compare it to sports, but unlike athletes, the difference is an athlete's has a physical cap and an age limit on it. But if you look at rap, if you look at the industry, for example, all the best rappers in the world are over 40 right now. All of them. From Black Thought to name the person, from whether it's M, Royce, or whoever it is, Jay-Z, name a guy. The best fucking rappers on earth are all at that age. You know what I mean? They just, you never really fall off. You gain more knowledge, and it's about whether you sharpen that sword and if you're motivated enough to do it, and whether those opportunities allow you to facilitate that for yourself. You know what I mean?
So now with you this GTX partnership with you, Direct and Lush One, what's your role gonna be for this league?
It's more than that, but yeah, I'm creative director. So I'm not involved in, you know, setting up battles and things like that. I've always set up my own battles, so that's a thing that I'll probably continue to do. But, you know, those roles are, you know, left in the company, and just the way it's being ran, everybody's playing their position. And, you know, my team, they all have different, you know, powerful skill sets and assets that they're able to provide. So everybody plays their position, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that are going to be on board. It's not just going to be Lush and Direct, but the main decision makers at this point is that's where it stands right now.
Okay.
But you know, everyone from Poison Pen to Sarah to even Norbs and Bishop, you'll probably you'll probably see Norbs around. Like, we're gonna be working with everybody. Like, everybody's gonna want to, you know, showcase what they're able to provide for the culture, and whether they were able to put that avenue out before, they'll be able to show it now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that are part of this culture that are not able to maximize their potential right now. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna, you know, the people that want to work and really fucking do this shit, it's gonna show, you know, and just everybody really wants to fuck with us. So it's just all the fucking real heads in battle rap that have put in a lot of work understand this, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have hit us up and congratulated us, and it's been pretty awesome about that in regard to that. You know what I mean?
So I've been following you for quite some time, and how different
Much
is going to
appreciated.
be? Definitely. How are you going to be able to manage from being the businessman Dizaster to being the battle rapper Dizaster?
Well, so like most of the infrastructure and the work that was done over the year, I already did most of that work. So I'm allowing myself time to be able to, like, right now, you know, my partners and, you know, Lush especially, he's he's directly involved with every move that I make. So, you know, once I go into that mode, into battling, I'm gonna go into autopilot, and you know what I'm saying, he'll completely take over at that point, and then we'll come back together when I'm not battling. So it's not gonna be much of a hard thing to juggle, considering I'm not gonna battle a lot. I'm just gonna do groundbreaking shit every time I come out, and then just go back in my fucking hole and help other people. It's kind of what I
Man,
plan to do.
man, we need to see you in 2022, man.
You will. I could. I'm at liberty to say at this point. You know, again, everything I say, I have to always check with my partners. You know what I'm saying? But I know that they're okay with me saying this. Like, you know what I'm saying, that you are gonna see me battle this year. You know what I'm saying? Who is it against? You know what I'm saying? That's yet to be determined. And maybe I could hint a little bit towards the level of it. I could say that I'm not into doing mediocre shit. And so, therefore, if you look at my pattern from all the big battles that I've done in my life, and how, like, I'll do battles in between, and then there's like a really big battle, and then there's like a little down period and some about it. So if you look at where you're at on that pattern, if you read the candles on the fucking chart, if you read the wicks on the chart, you could tell that something big is about to come. So I guess that's what I could say, that I'm not gonna do no mediocre shit. I'm gonna do something
Well,
pretty
I
fucking.
am definitely looking
I'm gonna
forward
do
to
something
that.
dope. Trust me, it's gonna be good.
And will your return battle be on GTX? I'm pretty sure it will.
Yes, I can say that also.
Okay, so another thing I wanted to ask
My
you,
return battle will be on GTX. Yes.
okay, definitely
Go ahead.
you heard it here. so I was on the website, the
Oh, you went on the
GTX.
website. You like it?
Yeah, man, that was dope, man.
You
Make sure
like
you
the
guys go.
3D shit, man? Shouts out to my dog Robbie, man. He whipped that together, man. Another great, team member that I have that I really value and appreciate, man. He's pretty incredible.
Make sure you go check out the website
You
gtxbattles.com.
already know GTX.com, GTXbattles.com. I almost said it wrong. GTXbattles.com, motherfucker. Hey, man, it's day one, man. Cut me some slack.
So one thing that I saw on the website, I saw these numbers. It was 222. Is there any meaning behind that?
I mean, it's some numerology shit. I think the timing is like a once in a. I think for me, the metaphor behind it, for people, it's there's some numerological shit tied behind it. A lot of people tell you it's like an important time. I believe so too, but for me, it's more like, since I'm not really into all the crazy shit, the way I put it in my head is, this is a once in a lifetime moment. We ain't gonna live it again, where the time and the fucking date is gonna be like this. So I might as well put the battle out at that moment. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
Yeah, we kind of decided that would be a good thing. We all came to that conclusion. It was like we slowly came to the conclusion too. First, it was just the date, and then then we decided, oh man, like it's gonna be like time. Like fuck it, everything is two. And like we just started noticing things. Lush is like, and it's on a Tuesday. He's like, we're doing it on 2/22 on a Tuesday on 2/22. I'm like, oh my god, hey man, it's a marketing ploy.
so another huge thing that I saw was No Jumper. What's their involvement behind that with No
We
Jumper?
got a media partnership with them, and we actually got a show deal with them too, where me and Lush are going to be showcasing a lot of talent from battle rap over there, and covering the news for battle rap on there. And also they're going to be involved with our events at some capacity. You know what I'm saying? Covering our events, like our big events. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be covering them.
So let's say when you have your first event in April, will you guys be allowing other battle rap media?
Yeah, we're going to have a list. It's going to definitely be a list-based thing, and we're going to decide exactly who could do it, and then everybody else can't.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of organizing this in a way where it's going to be ran the right way. You know what I mean?
Now
we don't want to blow our load too early. We got to make sure everybody's on the same page. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I mean? You don't want, loose ends and shit. That's, that just fucking busts the nut before it even comes out.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong with this one.
You might be, the way you sound.
so the trailer was dope. I watched it
I appreciate you.
Oh, definitely, man.
That was Avocado, by the way. So just so people know, that was definitely and he's also going to be involved. But yeah, that was definitely Avocado Ruin Your Day production.
Well, that was my next question. I was gonna ask you about Avocado's involvement in this. Is he gonna be part of GTX?
At this point, I don't want to speak for Avocado on a large scale like this without him, being present and telling you. But what I could tell you for now, he's definitely rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing right now at the moment. And so, what happens in the future, hopefully that is the case. We see how this shit's going to go. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at right now. We're just bringing it back as a family. You know what I mean? And we're happy that it's like that. If you sing how the elements are, like Avocado behind the camera, Delmon crew, you know what I'm saying? Just direct over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine how it looks, you know what I mean? It looks, me screaming at somebody going over the time limit.
Now you had to cut. You guys had to cut ties with King of the Dot. How was that easy?
You know what it was? It wasn't even cutting ties. I know a lot of people see it like that. It's just for now. It's not like we're like oh, we're never gonna fucking fuck with them or anything. It's just right now we can't. It's just an allocating time and attention thing. That's all. You know what I mean? We can't focus on anything else but this right now. There's nothing we can focus on. You know what I mean? So we, in Lush's situation, he had to step down because it's probably, but he's still handling his responsibilities as as running the season shit. But at the end of the day, like for us, it's just such a hard thing like already to focus on. So like I can't like divide my attention. So for me, it's just kind of like the statement was to let people know like it's not like a goodbye thing, but for now we're just moving forward on our shit on our end. And for like just I'm saying in general, we just have like visions that we want to do, and like there's just not enough people in battle rap to like facilitate all that. Like they can't be everywhere at once, and we can't be waiting on shit. And like just we live all the way over here, they live all the way like 3,000 miles away. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the dynamic of it was too hard to work for us and what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So we're kind of more in a situation that just benefits us easier, like where we are locally, to build out, and then we could just kind of like branch back out. You know what I'm saying? And then you could do shit. But until we have like a base that's solid where we could constantly put in work on and just every day make the decisions ourselves and actually go into these meetings and close these deals for ourselves, like these are hard things, like walking in a no jumper and closing a deal like that, like, and just, or walking in anywhere, or just getting an investor to just come in and give you a line of credit or give you money, or getting a cryptocurrency company to come and give you cryptocurrency and do a deal with you for NFTs for the battlers to be able to just find more value in their art. All this stuff takes a lot of time and hard work, and you can't rely on other visions and ask and wait for phone calls and shit like that. So it was just an eminent thing that, I'm saying, eventually, like, we was just going to take control over the shit. I'm saying? The longer the void, stayed for, But like, we done so much together with them, and like that history was really good. It's just got to that point where, we just been doing this for a long time. We got our own visions too, and the way we see shit. And like, for me, like, I can no longer, like, I got to book my own shit. You know what I mean? So yeah. I can't be, I can't be waiting for a phone call. I'm fucking Dizaster. I'm gonna wait for a phone call. Nah, me and my boy will do this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Why do I got to do that? You know what I mean?
So your first event is gonna be in April. I know that you can't.
The date. Yeah, the date's not gonna be. The date's not gonna be published yet, but it will be very soon. But so it's in April.
So do you got like an official card, or is that still in the
Yes, works? And venue, everything is 100,000% air sealed, airtight, locked in like
wow. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Locked the fuck in, you guys are locked in.
Pitbull jaws.
Okay, so how many events can we expect this year for the GTX battles?
How many events can you expect? I'd say to really just say something without like giving too much away, I'd say at least expect a minimum of 3, and that's we don't know. Maybe we'd do more, but we got this event in April, and we're going to lead that up into something really, really big. So this event in April is like a precursor to the next one type of thing,
And all events will be staying in the West Coast.
Yeah, as of right now, and as we build everything, we're gonna branch out, and direct and Penn being involved. Those are other regions that are most likely going to start getting lit up. As we move along. But the focal point is definitely starting down over here, and I think it's a point to be made too, just from the era that we come from, that it's kind of, that's what the focal point was to begin with. So it's kind of just returning back to ground zero or whatever.
Now,
first base.
Now you also mentioned about the artist development. Who's involved with the artist development?
That would be Lush One's department. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you
Lush
guys
One
can.
has a plan to develop all the artists. That's pretty much a bulletproof, never done before plan. That's like I'm falling under it, so I'm pretty sure, damn sure everyone else is.
Okay, so you guys gonna be finding some up and coming battlers with battlers that's already established in the game.
It's gonna be a mix, yeah, salad. But we definitely gotta, add the dressing sometimes. And besides that, the young people, they're the future, man. You can't really, we can't, like, that's another thing. You can't always rely on big names and cards that are just full of just names for the bag. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna always have those guys that people want to see, but I think like it's made a point recently, and I think most people understand this in the game that have their head in it, is that longevity is an important thing to think about at this point. Not everybody's going to be able to rap forever like me or Hollow or any of these motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. So so I know that you said that you don't you're not the one that books the battles, but what kind of battles that you guys are looking to book?
Uh, what kind of battles? I think just fun battles and battles that are crazy matchups that people are not thinking about. Just mixes, crazy different versions of battles. Just like it kind of said in the trailer, like for the most part, like just no matter what you are, you got a spot there as long as you're dope. So it's going to be like styles. Like you might have a battle of two street cats going at each other. It might be a street dude versus a funny looking motherfucker. Who knows? Like it's just going to be a very diverse situation. You know what I mean? And just more grass rooted and back to the just, you know, the ethics of the shit and just, having fun, man, and just laughing at battles too. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody got get shot in every single fucking round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're
You know what I
right.
mean? And it's happening in every fucking league now. It's not any particular league. That's all everybody rapping about.
Now some of the guys from the West that's on the riots, that's on the URL.
Right.
Can we expect to see them on GTX?
Of course. Anybody from the West Coast, you're going to expect to see here. That's one of the
Oh
main things that
wow.
you're going to see. Anybody that's from the West Coast is going to be over here. The riot is pretty much, and we're going to work towards. They're like a sister league for us. So we're like everybody that's involved with it is like family to us. So like we got a lot of respect for them, and we want to build their shit too. So any opportunities we get, we want to share them with them too.
Now with the it with some of the with the era that you guys started, can we expect any of those veterans legends to return?
Yes.
Is there any names that you could give us that
No.
I had to sneak that in. My
Yeah,
bad.
no, but you'll be pleased, man. Yeah, man. I've talked to some interesting people, man, and just it's been really fun, man. It's it's gonna be an interesting way, man. Like I feel like when we're like 3, 4 cards deep, man, we're gonna have so many like dope battles by then. Like I could just see it right now. It's just gonna stack card after card. This first one is just an introductory one, and then like, it's just gonna keep getting crazier and crazier from there. I just see it.
So let's say if somebody wants to be part of a sponsorship and they want to sponsor one of your events,
Yeah, yeah.
are
Anybody could sponsor. I mean, we wanna help people that are like again, just like the battlers that are trying to come up. Anyone with brands that are trying to, grassroots brands that are trying to, push their shit out to the masses. We're gonna be getting a lot of views. So sponsorship packages are definitely gonna be a part of the fucking gauntlet.
oh, definitely, man. I'm definitely looking forward to this, man. GTX battles. Congratulations, man. You direct Lush One. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a quick little present, man. So Lush One's over here right now, so I'm gonna let him talk to you too, real quick before we get up out of here. Do you have any other questions for me? We good, right?
oh no, we good, man. Just
Yeah.
wanted to thank you, man.
And man, I appreciate you too. Lush One's gonna holler at you real quick. You guys get acquainted real fast.
I know this guy. Actually. And it's crazy. What's going on, bro?
What's good, bro?
Once I saw your name, because first of all, I love what you've done with the platform. You're doing incredible things, like really got some momentum. But as soon as I heard the name, and you had said, because you told me first you were from the Bay, you said you were from that 408 area code and all that, and then you said your name, and I was like, I remember back in the day, this cat named Keo that used to hit me up about grind time events. Am I tripping, or did you like sponsor something way back when? Like,
Yeah, I was a sponsor like a long time ago.
yeah. So, like, despite all of my former drug use, like I said, I got a few marbles rolling around still, and remembered that. But it's great to see you. Very proud of the progress you've made.
Oh, you too, man. You a legend in the game, man. You definitely respect what you've done, and like I told Diz, man, you guys could have went on any platform, but you guys hollered at NBS, man. So we definitely appreciate that.
Well, especially because it's you. Like the last shall be first, you know. And I think that what this is something vintage, but it's something progressive at the same time. I don't want people to get confused when they hear GTX alluding to grind time, you know, and seeing me direct and Dizaster and thinking that this is like something, yeah, like it's dope nostalgia, but what we're doing is the same thing we did back then, but in a modern context. What we did back then was redefine and stay on the razor's edge of battle rap culture. So that's what we doing. Like we pushing boundaries forward. Like, yeah, we have incredible accolades, and it's good to remind people of not only where we came from, but where they came from, because they came from something that we created essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but with that being said, our next move is our best move. So
So whose idea was to call it GTX, or was it a group
that
title?
was 100% Dizaster.
Oh, okay.
Dizaster came up with the name. It's crazy the way it came about. I don't want to give too much away as far as a specific timeline, but it's not something that was thought of overnight. You feel me? And Dizaster, he was very adamant. Diz was very adamant about me having a platform specifically. Not only him having a platform, but me having a platform. And he had more belief in my abilities as a curator and facilitator and business entity than even I did. Like he has incredible foresight, just like, you know, people don't realize what great business prowess Diz himself has. Like he sees things way before they occur. He's able to, in the, you know, in conversations with high-powered investors and things of that nature, he's able to maneuver with language in ways that I haven't seen anybody else in the battle rap community, artists, executive or beyond do. So he kind of had this foresight that on what I would
Come
bring
on,
to
man.
the.
Let him know, man.
I was about to tell him.
Let him
So
know, man.
Diz hit me up. Diz hit me up and was like, "I got this crazy idea, this thing called GTX. I'm gonna literally make you the CEO of this company. This is your chance to boss up and have your own thing again, and I'm giving it to you." But I'm creating it. This is my idea. This dude literally took a fucking screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, and carved that logo with his bare hands. And that's why, like, you know, when I first saw the logo in its crude original incarnation, I wasn't crazy. Like he's like, this is.
If you look, it's a little bit different than the one that you see right now that's out.
Like I wasn't when I first saw it. I wasn't crazy about it.
If you
know
look,
what I mean?
With a screwdriver?
That's with a screwdriver. Yeah.
Damn.
yeah, I carved it into like into cardboard and printed it out and made it a neon light.
So like he's like, no, what makes the logo so eye popping and catchy is the fact that like this is no pre-made font. You can't find this font on the internet. Like we're children of hip hop, you know, and in the West Coast in LA. If you grew up in LA, you're born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s in LA. If you didn't know how to bust a fresh hand style, you were a fucking lame. Every single, but this is graffiti city. Graffiti City, USA. You know what I mean? We all grew up tagging, tag banging, and all that. And not for nothing, people don't realize Diz actually can get up. He got can control and all that shit. So he came with this logo. Like you won't be able to find it, duplicate it, or replicate it. It's pure originality. So when the human eye gazes upon something like that, it's just like when a melody is created that no one's ever heard. It's the same principle essentially. So that's where it came from. It was all Diz's brainchild, and then together we kind of carved it out further as far as like the business plan. You know what our quarter 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to look like, our 5-year plan, and everything else. And we've just been at it like on a daily basis. Again, I don't want to give the exact timeline, but it's been a fat minute.
Now, you mentioned that you and Diz, having that conversation. Now, how did Direct get in the mix?
Well, I mean, it was only like, the thing is, we've worked closely with Direct for years. It was a no-brainer to involve him beyond the whole, rap crib facilitated pay-per-view aspect. There's nothing that could even allude to anything grind time related, even though this isn't grind time per se, but it's the spirit of grind time, and that was spawned by a friendship between Direct and myself, and then other players like Poison Pen, Dizaster, and the flagship battlers such as himself. Even like all these moving pieces coming together, so it made perfect sense. And like the whole way that Direct kind of like removed himself from the original grind time equation, it made sense to just bring him back into this one. We've all grown quite a bit. That was literally over a decade ago, and we've all grown, matured, and like have way more control over our mental faculties. But we still have that. We're still full of piss and vinegar like back then.
Okay, so now you've been working with KOTD for a while. Was it a tough decision for you to make to go your separate way?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the what's funny is literally like less than a month ago, it was like 2 weeks ago, was the 10-year anniversary of my initial announcement of me working with King of the Dot and leaving grind time for King of the Dot. So it's like crazy. Like it was literally 10-year cycle. And I put in a lot of work with King of the Dot, created a lot of memories. We held each other down. They were there for me. I was there for them. We when King of the Dot came to America, that was like the biggest power move in battle rap when you consider like two different, there's like only a handful of like ultimate bosses in battle rap that are like control entire leagues and contingents of fans, and this is one of the only examples of two of them coming together to form something, and me going into King of the Dot and bringing my entire Fresh Coast movement with me. Like that was such a big power move, and they'll always be homies. They'll always be people that I consider close to me, but this was the move that I had to make, and it just made perfect sense. So it wasn't like it was a difficult decision. It was a necessary decision. And that whole relationship, I wouldn't say it ran short, but on a business level it had for then. That's not to say that there's not moves to bust in the future, but you feel me, moving forward, it's GTX, gang or don't bang, period.
Okay. Now I asked this that he does not book the battles. It's you and Direct.
I mean, he's being a little modest. Like, to be honest, like there's really nothing that any of us solely do. We have defined roles. Diz is the creative director. I'm the CEO. But like when it comes down to it, like we both oversee each other is really what we do. Like, I don't do anything. I don't make a single decision without running it by him. There's not a single booking on any card that gets booked, not a single venue that gets booked, anything without Diz's involvement. And he'll say the same thing about me. There's other people as well, like, my fiance Marisa.
I think that was always the issue. One thing about me, bro, I like being involved in the creative process. So like when I'm doing a battle, I need to even know what venue I'm in, and I've always been that type of person. So if I'm like doing a battle for a fucking company and they're not gonna let me come see the venue or pick the venue, I already feel like, man, I don't even want to fucking do this shit. because I want to make sure it's the perfect acoustic for me because I've been doing this too long and that shit gonna end up on the internet forever. So I got to make sure it's right because I only get one chance to get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of history. Like Diz and I have worked together hand in hand, like throughout the entirety of both of our careers, essentially. You know, prior to that, like we met by battling each other in 2007, wanted to tear each other's head off, and then you know, there's the WRCs. Then I wound up calling him to book for my second grind time event ever. And he thought that at that time he was plotting on battling me again. So it was like he thought I hit him up. He was in Lebanon. This is in 2008. And he thought that I was going to be booking, like seeing if he wanted to battle me. I was like, nah, do you want to battle Thesaurus? Which wound up being like changed the entire trajectory of both of our lives essentially after that. And every match since then that we've worked together on, and that's probably a good 50 battles of his that we've worked on together. It's not like me working with other battle rappers where I like makes like suggestions or like we both like come together and collaborate on what the next best move is, how we're going to do it. And he's always like, before a venue's locked in, even like going back to 2010, 2009, and be like, okay, let me check the acoustics, whoopie, whoopie, whoop. So we've always worked hand in hand. And so him saying that I booked the matches is him being modest. But I will say this, the first card that we have, which you're going to see the announcement very shortly. And I encourage everyone to go to gtxbattles.com and sign up for the mailing list because you might get a surprise before the rest of the world does. That's all I'm going to say. But that card came together. It's like putting a chainsaw through butter. I've never had such an easy time in my entire career. It's like this card came together so naturally. It's fucking insane. So, you know, I literally booked the entire card in one day. Contracts were signed that same day. Deposits by the next day. Everybody.
Wow, you got your first card done already? Damn. So I asked this earlier. On the website, by the way. There's some cryptic numbers and it says 222. Is there anything behind that?
Absolutely, that's a power. That's literally there's the next time you're going to have a sequence of numbers like this is going to be in the year 3033. It's not going to be in any of our lifetimes. You know what I mean? Like this is literally something like it's prime for manifesting and energy. And like my fiance, she's really big on that. Diz is really big on that. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like it's all about. It's literally this is. We had an opportunity. We could have dropped the announcement sooner, but when we saw that sequence of numbers, they told us we had to put it out then.
Yo, so yeah, man. Hey, I don't mean to, stop this Tio, man. We got a meeting right now, and we got to go to some fucking shit. Like, we got to take care of some business. But yeah, man.
No doubt, man.
You already know, man. It's been amazing talking to you, man. Appreciate your time, man. Appreciate you for giving us your time. You already know what it is. West Coast shit.
Yo, shout out to you guys, man.
Don't bang.
Shout out to Lush One, Dizaster, man. This is the NBS Central exclusive, man. With that being said, we are officially out.